going into the nitty and gritty, how Sia helped you, like how did she advance your career and what partnerships did she provide you with?
Yeah, so she spoke to her management team, and her manager is Jonathan Daniels from Crush Management. She spoke to him, and he had a few different thoughts of people to introduce us to in the industry. And we met with 3 different people. The first 2 people we met with said, this song, which was I'm Ready, is great, but we're going to put you in a room with big songwriters like Max Martin and Dr. Luke, and we'll figure out what your sound is, and then we'll decide, one day when it's right to put the song out and go to radio. And then the third person we met with was Steve Greenberg, who still runs S-Curve Records. And he said, look, you have something really unique and really different, and it doesn't sound like everything else on the radio, and that's why I think it's going to work. And he said that he wanted to be our manager and that we shouldn't sign to his label. We should start our own label, our own company. And he did that with us, which is a really unique model because normally managers are above the artist in terms of when the money comes in, like they will take their piece and then the artist will make their money. But he is in it with us. We started a company that is the 3 of us and him, and it is really collaborative effort. And he has been there every step of the way because he saw the music as something charming and different and weird. And so we went with the person who had the energy for the creative energy that we had.
Right. That's awesome. I mean, the 2 other people who are saying, oh, you should find your sound. You're saying, I was busting all of these 8 years. We know what our sound is.
Those 2 people are very well-known people in the music industry, and I'm not going to name any names. And both of them are great at what they do. They've broken tremendous number of artists, huge people, and they're really great. And that's just one strategy. It just wasn't the right path for us.
Mm-hmm. That's really cool that you were able to have that opportunity and recognize that. So speaking about music in general of releasing, when the music that never made it to Spotify, were those projects that you were just trying to find your sound with?
Yeah, it was really about development for us. And like I said, we tried all these different genres of music, from hip hop to folk, even experimented in Broadway sound a little bit. And it was about finding, that combination, that middle point between all of them that makes our sound how we feel is unique. And a lot of those songs never made it to Spotify. A lot of those songs were experiments that we were actually writing for other artists. And it's funny, some fans have found these songs and posted them online. And now we can't use them for other artists, even though they were supposed to be for other artists. It was us recording the demos, and Jack, his vocal is on the demo. So some fans think that they're lost AJR songs, but they're not. They're actually demos that were meant for other artists. So
got it.
That's funny now.
Right. Now it's all in the past, right?
Yeah.
Going into I'm Ready, which is your first big single and debut EP, how did you choose Warner Music to partner and sign with as opposed to Columbia or S-Curve, which is where your manager was from?
Yeah. So when we went to Warner, we had an interesting deal. It was a joint venture deal. So we were partners in it, but we retained all of the creative control. So they supplied the distribution and they supplied the radio team. So essentially, what we had on our side was the creative, the album art, all of the music. The album was just about done. And we went to Warner because of the same reason that we went to Steve Greenberg. We went to Warner because when we met with them, the energy was there. They were excited about it. And even before we went to Warner, the song was selling on iTunes. The song was on a few radio stations, including Sirius, which was the first, Sirius Hits One was the first radio station ever to play our music. But when you see somebody that has real excitement about the music and about the project and understands the direction that you're going in, it's hard to say no to. And we've had a lot of those meetings over the years where people seem really excited, but in the last, 15 years, we have been able to kind of sift through it now and tell the people that are, actually honest about their excitement and the people who are not. And Warner was honest about their excitement, so we decided to do a joint venture deal with them, which allowed us to retain ownership over our music and full creative control.